Hi, it's Ed from Throat Punch Games, and it's time for another unboxing. And today we have Atmosfear, the video board game. Who doesn't love a game from the 90s? This is the anniversary edition. Got my fancy stamp there. It's Kickstarter, gotta love it. It really does look like the old one. Also, giant box. So what have we got? Decently chunky. Have the little nightmare cards where you write your fears on. We have the sequel. I like. Have the original rules. Big old board of everything. Let's try not to slice my fingers up. Come on now. There we go. Come on now. Have the keys. The goal of the game. The keys give you power. Once you get all your keys, you can challenge the Crypt Keeper, the Gatekeeper. So it's a little thin. I remember it being a little chunkier. Not bad. Have the board game itself. There we go. Yeah. They have a fake VHS. Big dice. Ooh, fancy dice. Little dice. Oh, we have our fake cards. Yay! This is the video code. I like it. For random things. This is the fancy version. So we got fancy gravestones and the originals. I appreciate that. We have the different time cards. This is for Atmosfear 2. The sequel. You're not going to get a lot of art on these. It is what it is. Different time cards and stuff that happens. Fake cards. Just have some writing on them. It is peak 90s. Peak 90s. Same stuff with these ones. Nothing crazy. I do appreciate it though. Chance and Fate. These are all the original style. Time. Nothing underneath. But a lot of chunky stuff. I do appreciate the updated graphics on the new pieces. As opposed to just the Baron. Now we have Baron Simundi. If I butchered that pronunciation, I'm sorry. Yeah. Atmosfear or Nightmare, the video board game. Okay, I've had a chance to sit down and play Atmosfear, the 30th anniversary of Nightmare in some locations. What do I think? Well, let's talk about how we play. You're going to choose a character, and there are 6 different characters. They have the original gravestones from the first version of the game, and the Kickstarter exclusive ones, which are much better sculpts. And you get a little slotted number. In the old game, you would take a VHS cassette, put it in, and that would be your timer. But in the new game, they have scannable codes that get you the game. And from there, it's roll a d6 and move around the board. Let's open up the board real fast. It is a trifold board. It's a big one. You'll notice it's not super complex. But then again, this is not a 12-hour think-a-thon. This is a 1-hour crazy roll as the gatekeeper, yes, my gatekeeper is going to say horrible things to you, issue challenges, with the goal of collecting all 6 of your keys. Each key gives you powers. When you have 6, you go to the center, and at the start of the game, you're going to write down your greatest fear on these cards. We shuffle them up, and when you get to the center, roll a d6. If you get a 6, you get to lift the top one. If it's yours, you're out. But if it's not, you race to shut down the player, and that player wins. Along the way, you have time cards that give you different time codes where you get to do a thing. Sometimes it's just scream as loud as you can and see how many people you scare. Other times, like, I get extra turns. There are fate cards. If a certain thing happens, do whatever it says. And then there's chance. Chance may give you powers, or some of these have key parts. If you get both sides of a key, you get a key. But the goal is to win. Whoever gets all the way to the end doesn't have to face their fear, and they win. On the flip side, the game also comes with Atmosfear 2, which was an expansion I didn't get 30 years ago. I have the original. It is fantastic. Still have the VHS. This one, you're going to have the Baron. And when he says, through me, instead of, yes, my gatekeeper, you reply, yo, Baron, I can dig it. So it is a completely different, crazy experience. With its own cards, fate, and everything. Uses the same game board. So that's the game. What do I think? Well, mechanically, I'll say right off the bat, it's a 4 out of 5. It is just a roll-a-thon, but sometimes that's okay. Things can happen where, in one of the games I played, every single person ends up in the penalty zone called the black hole just by landing there. So for 5 minutes of an hour-long game, we just had to kind of wait, because it's not a thinking game. It's literally just a VHS cassette that's on the internet. You can find it and watch if you really want to. I wouldn't suggest doing that. The next thing is theme. Theme, this is a 5 out of 5. You turn on the lights, you put up YouTube on the big screen, and you play the game. It is fantastic. I enjoyed every moment of it. The rules are this giant sheet. And that's all you need. So, 5 out of 5. Execution, it's got the old stuff. It's got the new stuff. There are spots for the cards to go. And everything to kind of be in here. Don't want to flip it over. The game board is pretty decent. These flimsy cards, not my favorite, but that's what they were in the original, and this is the 30th anniversary. There's little things like they have the VHS cassette that has some of the extra parts, but they've had little extra fun things on here. This is made by people who love this game. It's a 5 out of 5. Overall, 95%. This is definitely a game you're not going to play every day for weeks on end. That has to be said. This is definitely a game. Every October, you're going to make sure you're going to pull this out and just have a crazy good time with this insane time capsule of a game and the sequel. 2 games in 1 box. Fantastic. I love it. I'm Ed for Throw Punch Games at Throw Punch G on Twitter, Throw Punch Games on Instagram, Facebook, and TikTok. Links for every content and contests. Thanks for watching.